Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So today I am in X-Plane 11 and I'm going to be checking it out basically. So a lot of my audience are probably either PTFS players or aviation fans or also flight simulator fans, and I just bought this yesterday and I'm very impressed with it so far, so I thought I'd play it and make a video about it. So first let's check out these car textures. They're pretty good. The road textures are also pretty nice, so just going to have a look around the road. Oh look, it's XL426 just going for a drive, I guess. Right, so I hired the airport out for the day, which means... Right, as I was saying, after about half an hour of getting this set up again, yes, I've hired the airport out for the day, meaning that I am able to start my engines on the runway, which is why I'm on the runway. Right, anyway, let's rapidly start these engines then. So let's press this button and have a look at how quickly these start to accelerate. Okay, excellent. Right, we'll start taxiing now. And actually, you know what? Let's do a rolling takeoff. Right, so I'm now in anti-flash white, and as you can see, it looks very nice. This is still XL426, but just anti-flash white, and here we are. Right, so this is very difficult to fly, I've just established, so now I'm going to be seeing if I can actually land it, and I don't think I'll be able to, because I could only just land the one in P3D. That was like, I don't know, 3 times harder than flying like a 737 or something, and this is like double the difficulty of that, and so this is going to be quite a challenge. Basically the one thing is there's just a huge delay between input and output effectively, so you sort of need to know in advance what you're going to do, which is not easy, and otherwise you'll get yourself in a pilot induced oscillation, which is quite an easy thing to do. It's a bit far, so let's just early flare. Not over flare either. Okay. It breaks, but not too much. The nose wheel is far too sensitive. I'm moving my rudder like 1 centimetre and it's already too sensitive. It's very difficult to control when you have a very limited rudder movement, but oh well, that wasn't the worst. Right, so one thing I like about X-Plane is that there's a replay mode, and you can use this to analyze your landings, for example. So this is really difficult, like really, it genuinely is, so anyway, let's see where I went wrong, and well, ultimately it's mainly down to how sensitive my rudder pedals are. Once the nose wheel steering is on the ground, you just go miles off. So let's have a look. So a bit of a float there, and then sort of a secondary flare, but it wasn't too bad on that one. And then at the moment the nose wheel touches the ground, it becomes very, very sensitive, and so it's difficult to stay on the centre line, but it wasn't the worst. Right, I'm on an approach to Heathrow right now, and I really like the ability to be able to spawn on an approach in X-Plane, and I'm not sure that's in any other simulators that I play. So let's see if we can land. I can feel my frame rate dropping as we enter this very dense area. Right, 737 landing attempt. Let's have a look at how it looks. So it wasn't that smooth, but it was alright, and a lot easier than a Vulcan. Right, now I'm going to fly the Cessna 172 and see how realistic it is. So, let's take off. Needs quite a lot of right rudder, which is pretty realistic. Let's climb for 70 knots. So, oh no, the engine has died. What will we do? Let's see if we can make an emergency landing. Well, luckily, here in Lincolnshire, there are quite a lot of fields and also a lot of RAF bases, so I just took off from Scampton, where 617 Squadron were based. Now they're at RAF Marham, I think, with the F-35s, but obviously the Dam Busters and Vulcans, very good squadron, and it had XL426 on it. And the X camera add-on that I'm using is very useful. There's only a couple of complaints for that, and that is that when you move the camera, it doesn't move straight away. There's a bit of a pause and then it starts moving, and also it's not very smooth. It doesn't sort of ease in or ease out. It's just always a linear movement, but it's not that bad. It's just about better than the built-in one. So anyway, let's land in this field here and see how that goes. And the windscreen reflections are very good, I must admit. It does actually limit your visibility. So I read on Google just now that I should be aiming for about 65 knots in the 172, so let's just trust Google and do exactly as it says. So it's over, it's maximum power. I've a feeling that 60 knots should be fine, but I'm just going to try and go 65 knots anyway. Actually, you know what, 65 knots feels too fast. I think I'm probably gaining too much lift. But anyway, I'll start moving the power, flaring. Go gently down, gently, there we go, stay on the centre line, and yeah, that's pretty nice. And the rudder is not overly, it's so much better than Microsoft Flight Simulator, where you have to do tiny movements, otherwise you'll overshoot basically. Right, here's how it looks from the outside, so quite nice and smooth. Maybe it was a bit of a stall, but if it was just above the runway, so it wasn't that many feet a minute. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I do really like X-Plane. I think it's a great flight simulator, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!